No one will rob me. I'm wearing a flower shirt. And those guys looked at him like he was insane.
Welcome to 10-Minute Travels. With me, as always, is Shane Patrick.
And with me, as always, is Phil Freeman. Tonight, we're going to be talking with Kevin Neff about traveling through Guatemala off of a napkin. If you want to learn more about that or anything else we talk about at 10 Minute Travels, please check out 10minutetravels.com.
Let's get right to it, shall we? But then we had another 3 months to go, 3 weeks. So we decided to go to Antigua. We stopped at a random river crossing that didn't have a bridge. And then we found out there's tarpon in there, and we're fly fishermen. And that was a whole beautiful day.
That's a whole other story.
That was a fun little day. And then I got rolled, I forget where, on the way to Chichitengo to the Narrow. And then I didn't have any way to get out of Guatemala, so I had to stay in Antigua.
So, when you say you got rolled, like you bought a whore and she took your money rolled, or you got drunk and got hit over the back of the head with a sock full of quarters rolled, or
no, none of that. He let his guard down.
I let my guard down,
and he got pickpocketed.
I got pickpocketed. That was the last time I ever traveled with one of those, hangs around your neck sort of passport money holder.
Oh, right.
I used to always travel with one of those. And I've traveled a lot, and I never had any issues. And then one day, in one hot bus, waiting for it to go, this thing was a surface area on my chest. I was just burning up. I was overconfident, and I took it off of my neck, and I put it into my pocket, in my side pocket, in my safari pants. And I should have clipped it to my belt. And I did not. I let it hang. And we didn't know exactly where we were going. We knew that we had to get off of a bus and then onto another one. And it was in a little town.
Chichitengo to Dinero.
And we got in there and we thought this was the town. And then one guy goes, You want this town? You get off now because you have to get off now. And so we had our backpacks and there was a bunch of people and we're pushing our way through. And by the time we got off the bus and the dust cleared, I reached down in my side pocket and it was gone. And I had just done the worst thing. I had collected all of my cash and all of my cards and my passport and put them in one spot. And that was the spot that was on its way to another place.
All your eggs in one basket.
Yeah, so that's one. Like, wearing those things, they show an outline, so that's another one. I used to wear one of those too. I don't anymore. And then probably moving it around on the bus was probably not a good idea either.
Yeah,
we all make mistakes.
I was overconfident when we left the hotel that morning.
This is fun.
Well, this is kind of funny because we said we're going.
To me, it's hilarious.
We're going down to the chicken bus area because there was the main bus area and then there was the chicken bus area. It was just across from our hotel.
The bus where they'll take people and livestock. That's the chicken bus.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And
cheaper fares.
Our friends,
more fun,
or the hotel
more
guests,
adventure.
Right.
Maybe not more fun.
We had made friends with the hotel guys. We'd been there for a while, and they warned us that it could be dangerous on the chicken bus. And I've heard this all over South America. And when you think you've heard it all is when you should be careful. And
when your friends, the guys that you made friends with at the hotel, when you're checking out and they go, Senor, you're taking the local bus. When they say, con mucho cuidado, amigo, you better listen.
Well, instead I responded, because I was wearing a watercolor painting of a daisy that my mom had made. And I always...
Was that shirt purple?
Yep.
It's a cool shirt.
And I said, ¿Qué puede ocurrir conmigo? Me estoy vestido en flores. I'm wearing flowers. How could anything bad?
No one will rob me. I'm wearing a flower shirt. And those guys looked at him like he was insane.
But this is when Kevin goes like this.
Oh, right. I forgot my passport.
Let me tell it. Let me tell it.
Okay.
He goes like this. And then he takes off because he left his passport underneath the mattress in the hotel room. It was we were not at our best that day traveling.
No, we weren't. But I had your back. And like next time when we finally got to a computer where you could
A landline.
Yeah,
I got to a corner shop where there was one of those rotary dial phones, and I called the card company, and already someone had racked up $1,500 worth of gas and sporting goods.
Yeah, I was like, we need to get to a computer like now. We need to get you on the phone, canceling all your cards, cancel everything, you know. And he's like, yeah, well, we can make it to whatever town or whatever. I'm like, dude, now would be way better. And yeah, we just got on the next bus, went to the next town, and like, sure enough, cards are maxed. Everything's.
I never had to pay for a thing, but I did learn a lot. And I couldn't leave Guatemala, and I couldn't get back to Cancun without a passport. And I couldn't get a passport without having to go into the embassy in Antigua. And that's another bad story. But let's not talk about that. This one's not.
Oh, yeah. We definitely shouldn't talk about how you had
how
to go
you
through
misspelled your own name on a passport application, and it cost you another week or more.
Yeah,
let's not bring that up. Let's
skip over
that. Oh man. Oh yeah.
We were working off a napkin. It wasn't like, it was a.
Don't blame the napkin.
Yeah, the napkin was a whole country ago, bro.
Yeah, I know, man. That's past. That's history, man. We had a lonely planet by then. I mean, dang.
So that's a question I thought of earlier when you said you finally bought a Lonely Planet. Did you notice any difference in, like, I've traveled on a Lonely Planet, and you go to the places everyone else who has a Lonely Planet goes to. You see all those dorks holding it while they're walking around. Maybe it's changed a little bit now that everyone has a supercomputer in their pocket. But when you guys were just on the Napkin, were you getting to more out-of-the-way places that weren't on the Lonely Planet list?
I'm going to say yes. Phil's shaking his head no, but I'm going to say yes. We got around on that napkin pretty dang well. I thought.
Yeah, but Tulum, where we went, I mean, that was
it was a mistake on the map.
It was
that napkin got us all the way into Guatemala. We didn't get a.
Yeah,
we didn't get a.
It was a tour circuit. It was just basically, I mean.
Yeah, he had the names right, and he just didn't have the towns in the right.
Yeah, I guess I was asking if you got a different corner than everybody else because you were using the napkin instead of the guidebook.
Oh, we only traveled off the napkin for about 3 days.
I mean, it seems like it was longer than that to me, but
you
had the names of the towns right, and it got us to that one river gorge in Guatemala that was really cool. I mean, where we went swimming in the caves and tubing.
Oh, that the napkin got us there.
Yeah,
that wasn't bad.
Yeah, that was a great experience. You know, when they're like, oh, you want a cave tour? Okay, go into the caves. Here's your guide, and he gives you a candle. And he goes, can you swim? That's the safety talk. Can you swim? It's like, yeah, I can swim. Here's your candle. Let's go. Right. Okay. I thought it was kind of weird. Like, okay, I've never swam with a candle before.
Right. That would take some effort.
Yeah, it's different.
Most two-handed people don't ever swim with just one hand.
I usually use both hands swimming, but I'm thinking, a candle will probably go out if I swim with it. But that was interesting. That was a really cool day. We went way deep into those caves, and remember our guide he just, like at one point, we're on candlelight, and he blows out his candle and jumps. And we're, where'd he go, man? Like, and you hear him like land in some water, like way down there, you know, and it's like, it's complete darkness. And we're like, where'd he go, man? He's all, come on down, just jump. And it's pitch black, and it's like, we're in a cave, man. And it's like, he's all, it's cool, it's good, you know. It's all in Spanish, you know, and I'm not very good. I don't speak Spanish very well, but like I can hear it. He's like, come on, it's good. And so we all just jump off this cliff in complete darkness in a cave. And you know, it all worked out just fine, but there's so much there's so much that can go wrong.
There was a lot of liability from the waterfalls that were creaming down the knotted, worn ropes to the slippery rocks to the very sharp edges to having to swim with a candle under, you know, sort of just with half your head above water just to get a little bit of air. And there's a lot of doubt. We don't know where we're headed. We don't know this guy. We don't know who's on the trip. The safety speech was pretty comprehensive.
Yeah, right. Can you swim? Here's your candle.
That was Kevin Neff talking about traveling through Guatemala off a napkin. If you want to learn more about that or anything else we do at 10 Minute Travels, please check out 10minutetravels.com.
And we want to remind you to make sure that your sense of humor matches your sense of adventure.
And please like, subscribe, and share this podcast on all the platforms.